I used to make my life so much harder than it needed to be, especially in the kitchen. And that's the place we're going to focus on today. Everything just had to be just perfect. Recipes followed to the letter, side dishes for every meal, over planning every single bite like I was hosting some sort of cooking show or something. And let me tell you, it was exhausting. But over the years, something changed. Actually, a lot changed. So now my kitchen just feels more like a rhythm than a routine. And that shift has brought so much peace to me, and I know that it can work for you. Hey there, I'm Anna, and I help purpose-driven women live with intention right where they are. I love to help you find simple ways to live with purpose. So I want to talk about how simplifying our kitchen and homemaking routines can actually free us up for the things that really matter. First of all, seasons shift, and so should our rhythms. When I first got married, every meal felt like an event. I was learning. It was my practice ground. I had the cookbook open, the grocery list down to the exact spice, and a heart full of excitement for the dinner that most likely was going to need some adjusting the next time I made it. But then as babies came, schedules changed, and life just got fuller. I had to learn that what worked in one season might not work in the next, and that was completely okay. Being flexible isn't being a failure. It's actually wisdom. So now I flow kind of more like a willow tree that's planted outside by my house, bending with the seasons I'm in instead of fighting against it. What used to feel rigid now feels fresh to me. So second thing I want to encourage you is to stop overcomplicating. If you have meat and you have a base, you're going to have a magic dinner. Okay, well, not really magic, but you know what I mean. One of the biggest shifts that changed everything for me was realizing that dinner didn't have to be complicated. If I had meat in the freezer and a good base, like potatoes, pasta, rice, or lettuce, I can make anything work. So think of it like this. If you have barbecue pork or pork, you can put that over baked potatoes. Baked potatoes are your base. Taco meat over a salad. Pasta with butter and sea salt. It's just simple and good, and you can add the meat to the side. This really was a game changer for me. I didn't need anything fancy. What I needed to be was flexible. Third, sides aren't always necessary, and that does not mean that you are lazy. I really had to get past this in my mind. For years, I thought that dinner had to include a meat, 2 sides, and maybe even a dessert. But now I just look at the big picture. What's the main thing? And then how can I build around that without making it more complicated than it needs to be? Sometimes that's hamburgers with just corn on the cob. Other times it's maybe a type of salad bar where I make grilled chicken. I have the lettuce, and then if we happen to have toppings, we can put those out with it. It doesn't have to be perfect to be nourishing. Fourth is to remember that the freezer is your friend. Keeping meat stocked in my freezer has saved us so many times, especially during busy weeks when I don't have the brain space to plan out a new recipe every night or at all. So I might not know exactly what we're having, but I know that we have what we need to make it work. I try to think ahead. Maybe we want to do something fun like tacos on Tuesday, or burgers once a week, or grilled chicken on a busy day. That rhythm makes everything feel a little more manageable. It really helps me to think of the schedule and know if we're not going to get back till 9:30 that evening from a game, then we want to make sure that we have something in the crock pot, or I want to make it as soon as I get home from work. Fifth, binders, calendars, some sort of monthly rotation. It can really go a long way having a built-in type of structure. It makes it more mindless. I've had seasons of making binders with other women. It was very fun, and I still keep a simple paper calendar on the fridge, and I'll just jot down on that calendar burgers, chicken, pasta, tacos. Just that. It's nothing fancy, but then I don't have to think about it later. Then I'll just repeat it for the whole month. Literally the whole month. That way my click list is ready to go. I just repeat the grocery list every week, make a few adjustments, and it's good to go. The sixth thing I want to encourage you to do is think ahead, but be loose with this, especially if your kids are in sports until 9:30 at night. I've learned that thinking ahead does matter. A crock pot meal on those nights are a lifesaver. I might toss something in before I head to work, and then when we get home, boil some pasta, and we're good to go. Eating at home saves money, it helps the budget, and it's just part of our life now. Seventh thing is energy timing. Do it while you still have the energy. There are days when I'm tired, but I've learned that it's better to go ahead and cook while I still have the energy, maybe earlier in the day or right when I get home. Then it's ready for whenever someone's hungry. It doesn't have to be hot and fresh straight out of the oven. It just has to feed my family. I've learned that it's not about having everything figured out. It's really about showing up with wisdom, purpose, and peace in the everyday things.